CHAPTER 8. With respect, however, to the figure of diction, it is necessary that it should neither be metrical, nor without rhythm. For metrical diction is not calculated to persuade ; for it appears to be feigned, and calls the attention of the auditor from the subject of the oration, since he is led to expect a metre similar to the former. As, therefore, when the criers proclaim to the people when a slave is manumitted by his master, What patron will he who is manumitted choose ? The boys antecedently to the crier exclaim, Cleon. Thus, if the oration were metrical, the auditors would preoccupy the orator, and would foresee what he ought to say. But the diction which is without rhythm is indefinite. It is necessary, however, that it should be bounded, though not by metre. For the infinite is unpleasant and unknown, and all things are bounded by number. But the number of the figure of diction is rhythm, of which metres are the segments. Hence, it is necessary that an oration should have rhythm, but not metre or measure. For if it has, it will be a poem. It should not, however, possess rhythm accurately, but only to a certain extent. Of rhythms, however, the heroic indeed is venerable and sonorous, and requires harmony ; but the iambic is the diction of the multitude. Hence in speaking, iambics are uttered the most of all measures ; but it is necessary that the prose of an oration should be venerable, and very exciting. The trochaic measure, however, is more analogous to swift dancing ; but this is evident from tetrameters, which are a voluble rhythm. The paean therefore remains, which was employed by orators, and originated from Thrasymachus ; yet they were unable to say what it was. But the paean is the third in order, and follows the above mentioned measures ; for it is in the ratio of 3 to 2. But of the others the one [i. e. the heroic] is in the ratio of 1 to 1 ; but the other [i. e. the iambic and the trochaic] in the ratio of 2 to 1. The sesquialter, however, is consequent to these two ratios, and the paean consists of this ratio. The other rhythms, therefore, are to be rejected from the above mentioned reasons, and because they are metrical ; but the paean is to be assumed ; for from this alone of all the rhythms we have mentioned, metre is not produced, so that it is especially latent. At present, therefore, orators use only one paean, and that at the beginning of their oration. It is necessary, however, that the end should differ from the beginning. But there are two species of paeans opposite to each other, of which one is adapted to the beginning of an oration, in which way also it is used by orators. But this is that paean in which the first syllable is long, and the other three are short ; as, Delos begotten, or Lycian, speaking of Apollo ; and O golden haired Hecate, daughter of Jove. But in the other paean, on the contrary, the first three syllables are short, and the last is long ; as, Night concealed after the land, the water, and the ocean. This paean, however, terminates the course of the oration. For a short syllable, because it is imperfect, causes the oration to be mutilated. But it is necessary that it should be amputated by a long syllable, and that the end of it should be manifest ; yet not from the writer, nor from a paragraph, but from the rhythm. And thus we have shown that diction ought to have a proper rhythm, and should not be without rhythm, and also what the rhythms are, and how those subsist, that produce a proper rhythm in diction.